This is the Fuji Film X-T100. It takes pictures and thinks it can shoot video. But don't get too excited. Apart from looking like an 80s classic, there is absolutely nothing remarkable about this camera. So why am I reviewing it?
There are many reasons to dismiss this camera, turn the page and choose a much more obvious budget banger. But one thing caught my attention, and that was Fuji's film simulation modes. I shoot film not because I'm a vegan hipster, but because I'm lazy. Rather than spending time in Lightroom, editing my images to make them look like traditional film, if I can just shoot on the stuff in the first place, and get exactly what I'm after straight from the lab, I'm gonna take that option. This little camera therefore has the potential to offer the best of both worlds. The look and feel of traditional film, but with the immediacy of digital. Let's face it, if you're interested in this camera, it's not because you're shooting magazine covers. Instead, you want a convenient weekend away point and shoot that reminds you of the classic film days. Probably use phrases such as, "Come along darling," and often reminisce over a box of old childhood holiday slides. In fact, you've probably already purchased that tan leather case to keep your new toy nice and clean. But the question is, does it actually deliver? Well, to find out, I hopped on a plane to Poland, as you do, to see if it could be a fun travel companion. Realistically, the images are rather nice. There is absolutely nothing wrong with them at all. They are wonderfully sharp. Even with the kit lens and shooting with a classic chrome simulation, they do have a small suggestion, albeit subtle, of film. Colour reproduction is quite pleasing with softer, more muted tones, and if this is all you're looking for, then there's no reason to be disappointed. In fact, you can stop the video right here and confidently make your purchase. But what about if you're actually interested in photography? In the art of actually making an image? The physical controls are good. The fact you get two physical wheels, one at your thumb and one below your trigger finger, without having to perform any complicated finger acrobatics. So from most angles then, it looks like a retro rocket, with more classic charm than tea and crumpets. When exposed correctly, the images are nice enough, but therein lies the problem. I mentioned earlier that I want the look of classic film, with the convenience of modern mirrorless. And whilst the film simulations do give a mild flavour of Fuji's classic film stocks by simply altering the contrast and saturation, it feels like there's still something missing. Some secret ingredient that leaves them looking, well, a bit digital. Here is an image taken on actual Fuji film. And here is an image taken with the film simulation. The X-T100 does produce a great looking photograph, don't get me wrong, but it's definitely not film. I'm sure I could get it there with time in Lightroom, but that defeats the whole point of why I'm interested in this camera. But what is it that makes real film images so different? I think the answer lies in the grain. Film, of course, will always have grain due to the chemistry that makes up the stock. Digital, however, has noise. And whilst I'm not here to debate the merits of either system, instead, purely in personal preference, I like the rich, almost hidden texture of film grain. So, to sum up then, the styling and inclusion of those simulation modes suggests that this little camera is offering the vibe of film with the convenience of digital. However, like an archer with a bent arrow, it somewhat misses the mark. And I believe the reason for this is that lack of texture film grain offers. If you want a good looking travel camera that produces nice images and nice colour, then this is fantastic. But if you're looking for a genuine film replacement, this is not that camera. For me, I'll be sticking with this for now. See you next time.